Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality. The whole this podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? Want to hide from your drama, or maybe hide from your baby mama? Just kidding. But this is a. I want to thank my fans for listening, and don't forget to share, like, comment, subscribe. Cha-ching! And today we have a special guest. He is the creator of the House of Nightmares and the Gossip Closet on YouTube. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Give it up for Edgar-O. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And real quick, I want to share a little quick story that happened to me a long time ago. It was my birthday, and Edgar-O, we're both Leos, my man. So you understand me. So I was so excited. I came to work, and I was like, "Hey, boss, you know what day it is today?" He goes, "Oh yeah, it's my 20th anniversary working for the company." I was like, "Man, that's not the answer." I said, "Look at me," and he goes, "I think it's my anniversary." I'm like, "No, it's right here," and he goes, "I don't know." I'm like, "Man, it's my birthday. You missed it." He's, "Oh, my bad, my bad. It's your birthday. I'm sorry." And I'm like, break my heart, but I was like, "Man, you got a nice watch." Goes, "Oh yeah, this is a new one I just got." I said, "What kind?" He goes, "It's Versace." And I was like, "Oh snap, Versace, the Illuminati." I was like, "Man, that's my jam." And I was like, "Hey boss, you don't mind if I try it?" He goes, "Yeah, yeah, go ahead." So I put it on, and I was looking fresh that day, had my suit and tie. And so I put it. I was like, "Boss, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think this watch looks better on me than you." And he's like, "Nah, it can't be." No, I'm like, "For real," because it's blue, and I'm wearing blues. And next, you know, my boss said, "Because I missed your birthday and I forgot to give you a gift, you can keep the watch." I say, "For real?" Like, no way, like, for real. He goes, "Yeah, I got hundreds of those watches." I'm like, "For real? This is like the most expensive watch I've ever had." So I was like the happiest guy on the block. But that's my little short story. But anyways, today we're going to back to the main focus of today. Edgar O, the best YouTuber, one of yours. And I want my fans to know a little bit about you, about your background, and what neighborhood you grew up in.
Okay, so pretty much, well, my name is Edgar O. I like to do YouTube videos. As you know, my favorite content to do is horror, anything in the horror world, Halloween world, but mainly Chucky because that's like my big obsession. And I actually grew up in, I don't remember the streets, but I went to Bogan High School and then I moved to Romeoville and then I went to Romeoville High School. So I think that's where the whole starting YouTube started when I was living in Romeoville because I had a lot of time on my hands and I started writing poetry and then I started doing music. I started writing music poems and then I turned my poems into music and then that's pretty much where the whole YouTube creating YouTube came about, especially when YouTube was starting to become very popular. So I started doing music videos. I started going to the studio, and it just became like a fun little thing to do for me, But horror has always been in my blood, and I used to always do like little mini horror clips, and they're still on YouTube, but that's in a different account that I've never logged back in. I don't know the login. I do
Oh
know how to
man.
find those videos, but I never talk about those videos because they're a little embarrassing. So, and they're not under Edgar and none of that, so nobody will probably ever find those videos. Thank God, because they're a little embarrassing. But yeah, that's pretty much a little background about me.
And is that where you grew up? Is that in the Midwest or the East Coast?
You have Chicago, and then when I moved to Romeo, it's like about 45 minutes away from the city. So it's like more like I always used to call it the cat in the hat town because like everybody's perfect. It's like beautiful houses, grass is green, beautiful trees. You know, you don't hear helicopters. You just hear birds in the sky. So I used to always call it the cat in the hat town because it was almost like that.
Wow, wow. And so you actually you still live in Chicago, right? Or in Illinois, or not anymore?
Yeah. So no, yeah, we moved back to Chicago, Illinois. We actually moved from Romeoville, which was like a really beautiful house. Time where my parents struggled financially, so they ended up losing that house. So we had to move back to the city, and then we rented out a apartment. We were living in a very small.
Oh wow. Yeah, you know what's crazy is that we're both from Chicago. I actually just moved to Vegas last January, and I was just like, and I'm shocked to be honest with you that we have so much in common. You're a Leo from Illinois. You know that's amazing. I actually had no idea you're from Illinois. I thought you were from New York. I don't know. You got that swag that I thought
Yeah,
the East Coast. But I was wrong. I was wrong.
yeah. A lot of people think that I'm from Los Angeles. Every time I get DMs from people like, "Hey, I thought you were from Los Angeles," because I guess a lot of vloggers or a lot of influencers they are from Los Angeles. So a lot of people think that because I'm almost in that.
Anyways, Edgar, I want to ask you something. A little fun fact, a little fun, little game. I want to know what's your three top scary movies,
Okay,
and what's
three top scary movies. Okay, definitely it has to. Number one would have to be Child's Play 2. Number two would have to be As Above, So Below, and number three, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
wow, wow, man. I like that. I like. You know what's crazy? My favorite Chucky movie has to be number three, and it's not everyone's favorite, but it's my favorite, and the
Really?
first one too. Yeah, the reason
Yeah,
why, because you remember the part where Andy is in the roller coaster, like in that little Halloween setting, and Andy gets his foot
yeah.
stuck, right? You remember that? And Chucky goes, "Yeah!" Like he's screaming, he's so happy. And I'm telling you, I swear, that's the same noise that Little John does when he gets crunk. When he was big at when growing up, this was before Little John. So I was like, "Yo, that's so crazy," and I love when he did that. And I don't know, there's just some references like I really love, like even when he's playing with Tyler, it's just I don't know. For me, I know the whole script, like everything, every line. I already know it. It's just that's my movie. Now the first,
Wow.
now the first one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The first movie when I watched, I was a little kid. I was terrified. I was scared. And like my cousin, she was a little older than me, and she had me come over. I watched it. You're not gonna believe that I couldn't sleep for like maybe 2 months. I had to sleep with my mom. I was terrified. Then I got older. I got the jokes. I'm like, man, he's not that
You know,
scary,
that's so weird.
right?
Right, right. Yeah, I've never, you know what, as a little kid, I've never been scared of horror movies. As a little kid, I've never been, I think I'm scared more as an adult than I was as a little kid. My mom told me that I was always obsessed with clowns since I was a little kid. And I think it started because she threw me a birthday party. So she thinks that that's where my obsession for clowns became, because I'm obsessed with clowns. Like anything clown related, if it's a scary clown, funny clown, I just really like clowns.
Wow, wow, man, you brave because I wish I had you as a friend because I was just scared. I was like always scared. Even clowns. The movie It, man, that movie really would get you. Like it got me scared. I told my mom, "Look, ma, I don't want
Hmm.
no clown for my birthday. I just want a dinosaur. I don't want no clown because I'll start running." But Edgar, I want to ask you. I want to pick at your brain a little bit. I want to know what made you become a
Okay.
horror collector.
You know what? I think that is something that it just naturally just came. You know, it's not something that I said to myself, oh, I want to be a collector. I want to be a collector. I want to collect, you know. It was nothing like that. I think it started uh with my first Chucky collection video that I did on YouTube. I think it started like that. Back in those days, there weren't a lot of Chucky dolls. A lot of companies were making Chucky dolls. So the ones that they were putting out were the ones that I was collecting. So it started with the TNG props life size Chucky doll. I think that's where I wanted to have more Chucky dolls. I wanted to have a Chucky collection, but it wasn't something where I said to myself like I want to have a Chucky collection. I want to become a Chucky collector.
Wow.
I think it's just something it just manifested on its own, and then little by little, I go from having 5 Chucky dolls to now having 50 Chucky dolls. So it got to the point where I'm like, you know what, I am a collector. I guess that's what you would call it.
You know what's crazy, Edgar? Oh, so I don't have a really close relationship with my father, and I I haven't seen him. This is crazy, but like I haven't seen him for a long time. And during the pandemic, I actually called him, and he actually picked up for the first time. I wanted to see if he was still alive and he was okay. And we went, and he picked me up, and we went to eat. And basically, I told my dad, Dad, do you remember the last movie we saw together? Goes, "Oh, I don't remember." And I said, "Was actually Seed of Chucky." We went to the movies and we actually saw it together. I think it came out 2006. And you told me when we went to go see that movie, you said, "This is the last movie we're going to see together." Literally. And I was like, "Man, dude." And he was shocked, and I showed my dad. I still had the ticket that I kept in my wallet since I was, young. And I said, "Dad, ever since then
Right.
I became a hoarder of Chucky toys." And I told him the reason why is because I cherish those happy moments I had with my father. Even though it was that one time, long time ago, I saw the movie with him, it made me feel like that love that damn, even though my dad he wasn't the best father in the world, but I like to look at the positive, because I'm not the person I am today if if
Right.
things in them were the same, whatever happened, it happened. But I told him that, and my dad was shocked. And I showed him pictures. You've been like one of my guys that I look up to, because when I'm trying to figure out what to buy, I remember you did an episode with the Chucky pizza face. It's half like cut off, and you could kind of see through Chucky's face on one side, and you had it. I'm like, man, that looks so dope. I gotta get it. And I was like, right away, I saw the episode. We're in the phone, bought it, and it came in. I was so happy. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of scared opening the box. I ain't gonna lie. I called my best friend to come over just to help me like open it, because I was kind of scared. I don't know why, but I got a little scared because you know how we could say like five sayings. So I was just a little scared. I'm really, like, to be honest, I'm
Wow.
really happy on what you're doing. I feel like you're a big leader to a lot of young people, and I feel like watching your show and your episodes, I feel so happy. Like I watch it and I'm like, man, that made my day. Like that's what I need. I need something, you wake up, you have that energy. And I honestly gotta say this, like so far meeting you, I gotta say you're one of the most humblest person I've ever met. Like honestly. And it's easy to turn away from that, but like to
Yeah.
be honest, don't change.
I do get a lot of messages from people, on Instagram and Snapchat, which is where I connect with a lot of my subscribers. Um, every single day, it's a new message from somebody saying, you're actually the reason why I'm starting my Checky collection. Or sometimes they'll be like, I could get through my one of my worst days by just watching one of your videos. And it's like, when I do these videos, I do them because I like these videos, and it just motivates me to keep doing them and keep entertaining people, because like you said, you never know what somebody's going through. And if I could be that little, um I guess, escape for those 20 minutes that my videos are, 10-15 minutes, I'm happy. That honestly humbly makes me happy that I could be that person to help another person get through their day.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I want to know, because this is amazing. You have two channels going at the same time. How do you
Right.
manage it? Like, I don't know how you do it. Like,
Man. Okay, so for me, I am obsessed with both worlds. I just wanted to be me. I wanted to show people who I am, what I like. And little by little, I started noticing a lot of people. We had a lot of everything, a lot of things in common. And then I would get little comments here and there from people saying like, "Oh wow, you're into fashion and you're into the horror world. Mixing both worlds into one. I'm here for it. I'm the same way as you are." But then little by little, I've noticed more related things, more Chucky related stuff. So I made the decision, you know what, I should just have the House of Nightmares to itself, and then have the Gossip Closet to itself. And honestly, I think that's actually one of the best decisions I've made, to just have another channel specifically for that, and I can still be, authentically myself, and show what I like, in this channel and in this channel. And honestly, it's really really hard. It's time consuming. You got to have a lot of time invested.
you have any like advice that you can give to young people that are trying to start YouTube?
Yeah, of course. My number one advice that I wish somebody would have told me, like now, being so far into YouTube, I would say just have patience. Have a lot of patience. Too much argument, but it's just, I feel like it's just all about time. Just give it time. Just be patient, and you just gotta really believe in yourself. And I know it sounds so cliche. A lot of people, you hear that a lot. Just be patient, and just have a lot of faith in yourself. But that is the most important thing to do, because it's in your passion. Then anything else around it shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't matter about the views. It shouldn't matter about the money. I mean, it's nice and everything, but at the end of the day, um, you just gotta have faith in yourself, and don't stop unless you want to stop. Keep going unless you don't want to keep going, because it's only you who's going to stop you from doing what you want to do. So just have a lot of patience and believe in yourself.
Wow. Wow. No, no, I like that. I like that. I feel like second guess ourselves and like, man, I don't think I'm good enough to put a video out, or this video, I feel like maybe there's something missing and stuff like that. And I think that's part of growing,
Right.
because when I started this podcast, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did it in the living room, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't have light in the living room. The only thing I have light is LED light. That's it. But in the kitchen has the most light. And when I started,
Hmm.
people could see the background, the Windex dishes, and I'm like, nah, they don't look good. Now you could see my face, but before I was just really dark. You couldn't really see me. It looked like I was sleeping, and that's kind of part of what I went through, like seeing what I had to work on and getting different people's
Right.
feedback. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's how you grow. Now,
Hmm.
on the side, because you and I are big Chucky fans, I want to know what's your thoughts on what's going to happen in the Chucky TV show? Like your prediction. I know some of it from your episodes, but I want to know what do you think, or how is Andy going to get out of that little mental institute? You know how he was stuck in the room?
Right.
What do you think is his way of getting out to get Chucky back? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I think for some, I don't know, for some crazy reason, I feel like they're going to bring his mom back. He's probably going to be able to get out. But you know what? To be honest with you, I want them to just end the series by Chucky finally getting what he wants and getting inside of Andy. And wanted that. I've always wanted to see like an ending like that, like kind of like a cliffhanger, just like we see everything, like all of our questions answered Andy. But I feel like they're gonna bring back those old characters, and they're gonna most likely help Andy escape this crazy world that he's in.
Wow, yo, I think that's pretty good theory. I like that. I like that. I honestly would love to. I did some research, but I don't know if it's true because a lot of people put a lot of stuff on the internet. But I would love if they could have Chucky fight Freddy Krueger in one episode on the Chucky TV series. Because the thing is, we never knew if Chucky could dream, and technically, the more he stays in the body, the more human he becomes. And here's the thing: with Freddy versus Jason, I like the movie. Jason couldn't talk, so Freddy was pretty much the start, right? But what if you can have two loudmouths, Chucky and Freddy, fighting each other? And I think it would be cool because the thing is, Chucky can transfer his soul to other dolls and
Right.
humans, and Freddy can do anything he wants in his dream, in the dream world. So I think it'd be cool. Like Chucky falls asleep, he knocks out, but it's not him, the main one. It's like another puppet, like another doll, and he goes fight
Right.
Freddy, and Freddy think he won, and then when he comes to the real world, he's like, wait. How is there another Chucky? I just killed him. I just think it'll be a really the dopest thing because they actually had Freddy like a one episode in the Goldberg TV show. I don't know if you heard about the Goldbergs. It's like a really friendly sitcom, but they did it like a
Okay.
Halloween special, and actually the original Freddy Krueger was in it, and he had a few lines. I thought it was so cool. So I'm like, come on, if y'all could do that for Freddy Krueger, you gotta do it for my boy Chucky, because Chucky is iconic like Freddy. I'm just saying, what I'm saying?
Mm, that sounds like a whole, like, to me that sounds like a whole, like a new movie. Like the way you describe it, it just like sounded to me like a whole crazy new movie. It kind of takes me back to like when people wanted to see a Chucky versus Leprechaun.
Yeah, like it's crazy too because Leprechaun could do magic, and Chucky kind of it's not magic, but it's more like well, it is magic, right?
Yeah.
Kind of right when he's voodoo. It's more
Voodoo.
voodoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
black magic. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh
Mhm.
man. But yeah, honestly, Edgar, this been a big honor. Like I'm so happy. Like I honestly my whole day today is so today's my day off. Day I'm like driving and I had this big smile because I'm like, man, I'm about to be my favorite YouTuber. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to wear. What should I say? What should I do? And I've been practicing this for a while, but I get nervous. And this is actually the first time I actually got nervous. Like, you're literally my biggest star on YouTube. Like, I've had
Oh.
artists, I had politicians, but honestly, I don't know how to say this, but my heart has been fulfilled. Like it's been accomplished, and I was like, man, I really hope he don't cancel because I know he's a busy guy. Really hoping. I was just crossing my fingers, and I was like, all right, let me let him know that it's still going on. And I told one of my best friends, like, hey, best friend, you're not gonna believe this, but about to have the best time of my life. She's like, why? You going to the Bahamas? No, better. I'm about to be my favorite YouTuber. And honestly, yeah, like thank you again. It's an honor, like I said. And you are more than welcome to come back anytime, talk about anything, fashion, Chucky. Like I'm happy.
Never really been interviewed by another YouTuber, so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm down. Let's do that.
Oh, thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful day and happy New Year's to you.
Happy New Year's to you. I hope we this year. Hopefully, it's a better year for all of us because I think we could really use positivity in our lives, especially with everything going on.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.